In only 67 days, we will be on Good Morning America in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We have a special guest, and I'm going to introduce you in just a minute.
And to all you fellow listeners out there, you're making a good decision. Don't ever give up.
Welcome back, folks. We have never say ever.
Never give up.
Because we have never been closer to collecting a piece of space trash than we are right now. 67 days away from GMA and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Because, folks, let me tell you, our summer goal of adding a new listener in all 50 states by the end of summer has not been accomplished, but we did add a new listener in one state, which I'm about to share with you here in a minute. In fact, we got that listener, I think they're like a 36-hour drive away from us, to come onto the pod for this week's episode. We have a special guest, and I'm going to introduce you in just a minute. Before we get to that, I want to welcome you to Mike Heath's Orbital Garbage Project. I'm Mike Heath, and this is our Orbital Garbage Project. We're trying to do one thing and one thing only: collect a piece of space trash by any means necessary. And the means today is interviewing our listener for the first time on the pod, our first listener from the great state of Tejas. That's right. We are now a podcast for space trash, well, actually against space trash, in Washington, Virginia, New Jersey, New York, South Carolina, and now, for the first time ever, Texas, America. And welcome to the pod, our special guest today, our Texas listener, Augustus Allen. Howdy, Mike. It's a pleasure to be on your television show. I'm Augustus Allen. Augustus, thank you so much for being on the pod today. Let me just start by just introducing yourself, and how did you hear about Mike Heath's Orbital Garbage Project? Well, I came across your show. I was at one Saturday night. I was researching the problem of space trash. Yeah, you see, and well, I heard about what you was doing to clean up our orbital junkyard, and I thought, well, I gotta get me on that. So I looked you up, and I started listening to the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage Project. That's right. Yep. That's awesome, Augustus. I love to hear that. Now, to be honest, before you joined the Space Trash Force, I had never heard of Bel Verde. Yippee, I'm from Bel Verde, Texas. That's right, Mike. I heard that it's the front porch of Texas. Is that right? Golly, Mike, you're right on to it. That's right. Bel Verde, Texas is the front porch of Texas. Well, no, I don't know where that name comes from, but I do really like it. What's Bel Verde like? Is it a pretty town? That's right. We are a certified 100% scenic city. When you think about Bel Verde, you got to think about what you're getting and what you're not. And what you're getting is a scenic town. That's cool, and I grew up in a really small town, Lexington, Missouri. It's very historic, beautiful, old town in mid to western Missouri. It's like 4,700 people. What's Bel Verde like? Is there a potential to grow the podcast there? Oh, yeah, Mike, I remember back in my day, Bel Verde didn't even have one stop sign in the whole city when I was growing up. Now we got 37 stop signs. That's right, we got over 5,500 citizens who I fully intend to tell every single one of them. I've got a little sheet of all the residents of Bel Verde, and I'm going to let them all know about your Orbital Garbage Project, and I'm going to seek to recruit them. So I'm your first, but not your last, Bel Verde listener. That's awesome. Sounds a lot like my hometown. I guess if I ever came to visit, what's fun to do there? Well, that's right, Mike. I hope you come by and visit one of these days. We could hold a little rally. Well, maybe not a rally. We call it a get-together. I know you're doing that big event out in New York on Black Friday for Bowling for Space Trash. And, well, if you want to tack on to your trip, yeah, if you want to come on down, I'll show you around Guadalupe River State Park. It's a beautiful park. We got caverns. We can go down in the cave. We can find some trash in there. Oh, I'll tell you what, though, I got this boat. Oh, I got a boat. I don't have many friends to take out on the boat, so I'd love to take you out there on Canyon Lake, and we can hop on over to the pizza shop and grab some pizza. Well, that's awesome, Augustus. I wanted to just say thank you for joining here on the podcast this week. Well, I just got to say thank you so much, Mike, for letting me have just this opportunity to pledge my allegiance to the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage Project. I really appreciate you having me. Yeah, I guess any final words to share with us? And to all you fellow listeners out there, you're making a good decision. Don't ever give up. Never give up. That's awesome, Augustus. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know you got to get back to Bel Verde. You got a big project going on there, or you're just helping us with our project. So sounds like you got a homework to do. I think that's something we can all learn from in our efforts of collecting a piece of space trash. So you're super motivational, and I just want to say thank you for being on the pod today. See you later, Augustus. Yeah, stay blessed, Mike. God bless you in your endeavors. I will be with you till that day when you collect that piece of space trash. Wow, what a groundbreaking interview. I mean, that might rival our interview last week with Brad Pitt. And let me tell you what, people loved the interview. We have some motivational comments from you guys about that. So we talked about Fight Club, the rules of Fight Club. And this has come from our Belarusian brother, Igor. Igor says, rule number 1, collect a piece of space trash. Rule number 2, find a way to do that. Rule number 3, follow rule number 1. Great words, Igor. Love that. Gary Garrington hopping on the comments as always. Bradford McPittington didn't take time out of his day to be ambushed like that. So it was a little bit of an ambush interview where we were kind of jabbing Brad Pitt a little bit. So I'll take that comment. I'll receive that. We also talked about the mascot for the Orbital Garbage Project. We talked about Jelly Eagle. So go back to listen to last week's episode to hear more about that. Gary Garrington dropping in again. It says, I think a good mascot would be a cross between stereotypical trailer trash guy like Joe Dirt. We love Joe Dirt Day. And a gray space alien. What classy space aliens would call space trash. I think it's a great idea. I have a little mock-up here. Gary, if you or other people, if you want to write in, let us know. If you can't see it because you're listening on an audio-only platform, we love you. We appreciate you. You could see that over on the YouTube's version of the pod. Check that out there. We got a couple of options for you. We're rolling on the screen right now. Would love to hear your feedback. But, gosh, it is just so encouraging with 67 days to get on Good Morning America and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade that we have now in 6 states. Verified. I mean, we could be in more, but with our best analytics, that's what we know. We're at least in 6 states. So thank you all for listening to this week's interview. We're going to close out this week by trying to get a sponsor from Bel Verde. I looked up this place has the best pepperoni pizza in Bel Verde, Texas. It's delicious pepperoni pizza in Spring Branch. It's called Divine Wine Bar. So they're still open. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to call them, and we're going to tell them we have a podcast listener there if they would like to sponsor the podcast. We've never done something like this before. It's the first time we're ever doing it. And I'm pretty excited to see if this works out. So here we're calling Divine Wine Bar to be a sponsor of the pod. Here we go.
Thank you for calling Divine Wine Bar in Spring Branch, Texas. Please leave your name and number in a brief message, and we will get back to you. Also, remember to ask about our reservations for private parties on the back patio or company functions, renting out the whole facility. Again, leave your name and number, and we will get back to you. Thank you.
Hey there, this is Mike Heath. I was calling into Divine Wine Bar because I have a podcast. It's called Mike Heath's Orbital Garbage Project, and we're looking for sponsors. We have one verified listener in Bel Verde, which I looked up the best pizza in Bel Verde. So Spring Branch, I'm assuming you're close to Bel Verde. So we have at least one listener. I think we're going to grow rapidly. Augustus Allen told me he was going to tell all of his friends about the podcast. So if you'd be interested in sponsoring the podcast and growing your customer base, well, mutually beneficial, would love to negotiate prices with you and see if that'd be something that would be, mutually beneficial to both of our business endeavors. We're trying to collect a piece of space trash, and we think that we could partner together and do some magical stuff. So you can give me a call back here at my cell, 816. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, so, well, Divine Wine Bar did not answer, so the sponsorship part of the project, who knows how that's going. We'll see if we can get that, if we can get somebody else from Bel Verde. Comedy has never been going better than ever. Last episode, we talked about the Up Next showcase. I had the best set of my entire life. It was filmed with like 4 or 5 cameras, different angles. I think it's going to be the best tape. We'll be dropping that on the YouTube channel. We'll tell you about it once that comes out. We don't have a date for when that's going to come out, but gosh, I hope that gets us some fans and members of the Space Trash Force tomorrow night. That's Saturday. Maybe I'll have the podcast out by then. Gosh, that'd be great to get some people to come out to the show. I'll be hosting a show up in Snohomish, Washington at 7 p.m. for Davey Wester.
People don't know how to take me, man, because I'm a redneck born with cerebral palsy and people don't know how to take it. And I hate when people ask me about cerebral palsy because I don't know shit about it. People are like, yeah, how do you spell it? Because they want to Wikipedia it or heal me or get a hip witch doctor. Like, how do you spell it, David? Does it look like I want to goddamn spell it bee? In the history of my lifetime.
A guy who is a hilarious comedian. He got passed at the Comedy Store by Mitzi Shore. Legendary. That's incredible. I'll be working with him, opening up the show, hosting, and I'll be opening. The middle act is Adam Tiller.
I don't know. I've been thinking about death a lot lately. Just had a lot of friends die from like drugs and other cool stuff like smoking. And I've been to a lot of funerals. I've noticed at these funerals, like a lot of times, the food isn't very good. And I was thinking, like, for my funeral, I've been kind of like planning out. Like, I want surprising food. Like, I want people to come out of the service and be like, there's a waffle bar here. And they have Dippin' Dots, too. Like, you know, I think would be fun is to have 2 caskets at my funeral. Like, have you guys ever seen that show, Is It Cake?
Local Seattle comic from Seattle listeners. I'm sure you guys know about Adam by now. Has one of my favorite merch shirts about his funeral. It's an hilarious shirt. I don't think he does it anymore. So it's limited edition at this point. But maybe he'll bring it back. Who knows? Gosh, it's been good to be with you. I'm sure that's going to go well. Maybe I'll bring up some posters to hang up in Maltby, or buy Maltby Pizza and Pasta where the show is at, up in Snohomish, to hang the guerrilla marketing posters up there. But my wife is coming home, so I gotta make dinner and wrap this up. But this has been great. It was great to have a guest on the podcast, Augustus Allen. Let me just tell you that I love you guys. Together, we will clean up our orbital junkie.
Great shot.